Chapter 8. Living Your Purpose. Day 32. Transcendental Practicality. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Bhagavad-Gita 9:27. This verse revolutionizes ordinary life. Every action becomes spiritual when performed as an offering to Krishna. You don't need to change your activities, you need to change your consciousness about your activities. The transformation formula. The same action can be material or spiritual depending on consciousness. Cooking for sense gratification is material. Cooking as an offering to Krishna is spiritual. The cooking is identical. The consciousness is completely different. This means spirituality isn't about what you do but why and how you do it. The everything offering. Krishna specifically mentions eating, giving, and performing austerities, but the principle applies to everything. Working, sleeping, talking, walking, thinking. When consciousness is right, all activities become devotional service. This creates a unified life where nothing is secular and everything is sacred. The practical mysticism. Start with obvious offerings, food, flowers, incense. Then expand to subtler offerings, your work, your words, your thoughts. Eventually, your entire existence becomes a continuous offering to Krishna. This isn't theoretical philosophy. It's practical mysticism that transforms ordinary life into extraordinary service. The quality over quantity. Krishna emphasizes that he accepts offerings made with devotion, regardless of their material value. A leaf, a flower, fruit, or water offered with love is more precious to him than elaborate offerings made without devotion. This democratizes devotional service. Anyone can offer something to Krishna if the consciousness is pure. The result relinquishment. The offering consciousness automatically detaches you from results. When you're cooking for Krishna, his satisfaction is the goal, not your culinary reputation. When you're working for Krishna, his service is the purpose, not your career advancement. This detachment from results creates freedom from anxiety while maintaining full engagement with duties. The present moment sanctification. Offering consciousness brings you into the present moment. You can't offer past actions or future plans. Only present activities can be offered. This naturally develops mindfulness and presence. Each moment becomes a devotional service rather than something to endure or escape. Tomorrow's perfection. When everything becomes an offering to Krishna, life becomes perfectly spiritual while remaining completely practical. Tomorrow we explore the ultimate integration. How perfected souls live in the world while being completely transcendent to it. Day 33. The perfected soul in action. He is a perfect yogi who, by comparison to his own self, sees the true equality of all beings, in both their happiness and their distress, O Arjuna. Bhagavad-Gita 6:32. What does spiritual perfection look like in practical terms? How does a self-realized soul function in the world? The equality vision. Perfected souls see every living being as Krishna's part and parcel. They don't see Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or atheist. They see spirit souls in various stages of awakening. They don't see rich or poor, beautiful or ugly, smart or simple. They see eternal spiritual beings temporarily wearing different costumes. This vision naturally produces compassion, respect, and desire to serve everyone. The neutral perspective. Advanced devotees remain equipoised in happiness and distress, success and failure, praise and criticism. Not because they're emotionless, but because they understand the temporary nature of material conditions and the eternal nature of spiritual reality. This equipoise allows them to make decisions from wisdom rather than emotional reaction. The service motivation. Perfected souls are the most active people, not the most passive. But their action is motivated by service, not desire. They work harder than materialists but without the anxiety that comes from personal attachment to results. This produces both inner peace and external effectiveness. The natural authority. People naturally follow self-realized souls not because of position or power, but because of purity. Their example inspires rather than intimidates. Their guidance helps rather than controls. This natural leadership serves Krishna's mission of spiritual awakening. The compassionate urgency. Understanding the temporary nature of material life creates urgency about helping others achieve spiritual realization. Perfected souls work tirelessly to share Krishna consciousness because they know it's the only real solution to human suffering. This urgency is balanced by patience. They plant seeds knowing Krishna gives the growth according to each person's capacity and timing. Day 34. Your unique service. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duties perfectly. Destruction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties, for to follow another's path is dangerous. Bhagavad-Gita 3:35. Krishna doesn't want you to become someone else. He wants you to become yourself spiritually. Your unique combination of talents, situation, and opportunities creates a service profile that no one else can fulfill exactly the same way. The spiritual uniqueness. Every soul has a unique eternal relationship with Krishna. This isn't manufactured individuality but discovered spiritual identity. As you advance in Krishna consciousness, your particular way of serving becomes increasingly clear and natural. You're not mass-producing generic devotees. You're uncovering your specific spiritual personality and service. The situational sanctification. Your current situation, family, job, location, abilities, challenges, provides the perfect framework for your spiritual development and service. Instead of thinking, if only I were in a different situation I could serve better, recognize how Krishna can be served perfectly from exactly where you are. A householder serves through family life. A professional serves through their career. A student serves through their studies. Each situation offers unique opportunities. The talent transformation. Your natural abilities aren't obstacles to spiritual life, they're tools for service. Artists can create devotional art. Teachers can share spiritual wisdom. Business people can organize spiritual programs. Scientists can reveal Krishna's incredible intelligence in creation. Whatever you're naturally good at can be offered to Krishna. The progressive recognition. As you advance, you'll increasingly recognize how Krishna has arranged everything in your life, your birth, your abilities, your circumstances, even your struggles, to perfectly facilitate your spiritual development and service. This recognition produces gratitude rather than complaint about your situation. The collective harmony. When everyone serves according to their nature and situation, the entire spiritual community functions harmoniously. Different services complement rather than compete with each other. Like an orchestra where every instrument plays its part, the spiritual movement needs diverse contributions unified by devotion to Krishna. Tomorrow's momentum. Recognizing your unique service creates momentum for the final week of this journey. Tomorrow we explore how to maintain and increase spiritual momentum for lifelong growth. Day 35. Building unstoppable momentum. In this endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Bhagavad-Gita 2:40. Spiritual life is about momentum, not perfection. Small, consistent steps create more progress than sporadic bursts of intense practice. The secret is building systems and habits that make spiritual advancement inevitable rather than dependent on daily motivation. The compound interest effect. Spiritual practice works like compound interest. Small, regular investments create exponential returns over time. One round of chanting daily for a year produces more advancement than 16 rounds for a month followed by nothing. Consistency beats intensity when it comes to long-term spiritual growth. The minimum viable practice. Establish a minimum daily practice that you can maintain even on your worst days. Maybe it's one round of chanting, one verse of scripture, or 5 minutes of meditation. This creates an unbroken chain of spiritual activity. Once your minimum becomes habitual, you can gradually increase it. But never let perfection become the enemy of consistency. The environmental engineering. Design your environment to support spiritual practice rather than fighting against it. Keep spiritual books visible. Set spiritual images as phone wallpapers. Schedule automatic reminders for practice times. Make spiritual choices easier than material choices. The community catalyst. Regular association with other practitioners provides external momentum when internal motivation flags. Weekly programs, daily check-ins, or study groups create accountability and inspiration. You become like those you associate with, so choose your associations carefully. The progress tracking. Keep a simple record of your spiritual practices. Rounds chanted, pages read, services performed. Not for pride but for awareness. What gets measured gets maintained. Seeing your consistency over weeks and months provides encouragement during difficult days. The obstacle anticipation. Identify what typically disrupts your spiritual routine. travel, work deadlines, family emergencies, health issues. Create backup plans for these predictable obstacles. When you have a plan for obstacles, they become temporary inconveniences rather than practice-ending crises. Tomorrow's transformation. Sustainable momentum prepares you for tomorrow's topic. How small daily spiritual practices create profound life transformation over time.